Yo, 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 it is good, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Galaxy podcast, presented to you by DSM Media, as well as your host, myself, the Slim Scotty. You can follow me on X at R2R30111. You can follow your other host here, at Scotty Drown on X. And as you can see by the title today, we'll be previewing the NBA Eastern Conference, giving our personal rankings 1 through 15, just like we did yesterday with the Western Conference. And yes, should be a pretty simple and fun episode, to say the least. But before we dive into any of those great topics, my guy Scotty, how you doing today, man?
Happy Friday, my brother. I cannot complain, as I always say on a Friday. I'm happy to be here with you, breaking down the rest of the NBA, the Eastern Conference, the other half of the system here, and just getting us ready as we get further and further into preseason and closer to that regular season, man, where we'll start getting to recap and cover actual action that takes place, which is always the best part of the content here. So definitely happy to be here with you, my man. How you feeling on this fine Friday?
Hey, man, I'm exhausted, man. I got tore up at work today, but hey, man, we here doing the pod. It's dedication right there for sure. So I knew I had to get this in, man. Like we promised the fans yesterday that we was gonna do it, so we had to do it. And speaking of fans, man, look, it's time to get a little serious. Can you just do us, the both of us, one favor? One
What's
favor.
good?
We are very, very close to reaching 200 subscribers. Anybody that is watching the show today and you are not subscribed, subscribe. It's literally free to do, you know. So be kind, be generous, and help the brothers out here, you know.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we
We
appreciate it.
appreciate
And we got something cooking up for you loyal fans out there, you know. Give a little hint, a little giveaway, but we ain't gonna dive too much into it though. Just know it's coming.
you. Yes, sir. Tap in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, get involved in the comments. That's what we're here for. Nonetheless, man, what are we getting into today, my man?
Hey man, previewing the Eastern Conference, man. Like yesterday was pretty fun. That the way we did it, and yeah, we're back at it again, just flipping the conferences though. So
Finish it out with the who you got segment, similar to
yeah,
yesterday
who
as
you got?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's dive right into it, brother. Eastern Conference vibes. We're gonna do the same way, right, as yesterday. We're gonna go by the ESPN list. We realize now this is a standings list, obviously, so it changed for yesterday. The Knicks are now at the top of the list in the East,
Mhm.
so we can just still go like that, no matter, no problem. We'll start with the Knicks, my man.
So the New York Knicks, bro. Man, for me, I have those guys being the number one seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
Brunson and Cat. This their second season together. We seen what they was like in their first season, so I feel like they have something to build off of. New head coach Mike Brown, defensive minded coach. Maybe he get those guys to buy in defensively. They didn't make a ton of moves, but they
Yeah.
got some all right guys in. They brought in Jordan Clarkson, a known guy to score the ball specifically off the bench, so that'll be a great addition. They signed Malcolm Brogdon, solid vet. Who else did they get out there?
Yabusele.
Oh, your guy, Wabi Sally. He should be a solid fit. So yeah, man, they just kind of went out there and just got those marginal pieces to help them also get over the hump. So I got them being the number one seed in the Eastern Conference because they have the roster to withstand the 82 game season. So yeah, and then they got a new head coach. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I actually have the Knicks finishing number 2 in the Eastern Conference. I think they're stacked even more. You mentioned Brogdon, Clarkson, Yabusele. I think Jordan Clarkson is going to be a prime candidate for Sixth Man of the Year, just because of it. It just feels like it's a perfect fit with this team. It's kind of like a scoring punch off the bench. You got Brogdon that can come in off the bench and organize the offense. He can also space the floor. Yabusele proved last year with Philly he can be a valuable piece at the 4, spacing the floor. He also is just kind of gritty, can help rebound. So I like all of those additions. And then you get to the new head coach, which I'm blanking on his name right now, bro. Can you refresh me? Mike Brown. Mike Brown. I was about to say Mike Scott. I just knew that was not the right name. Mike Scott. Shout out Mike Scott, former Sixer. Mike Brown. The new head coach. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with this unit because I know, Tom Thibodeau was a guy that liked to run his starters into the dirt when it comes to minutes. Even in the regular season, there was no preserving starters when it comes to Tom Thibodeau. So I'm interested to see what Mike Brown could do with this team in a more innovative way. We saw what he was able to do with Sacramento in a short time. It felt like they kind of mixed things up out there in Sacramento for no real reason when he was having a little bit of success with De'Aaron Fox out there. So let's see what he can do with all this talent in New York. But I do feel you. I think they do have the pieces to make them a better team than even they were last year. So I like what New York did this off season, nonetheless.
Yeah, it's valid, man. Sure.
So next up, we have the Atlanta Hawks, which is a very, very interesting team in the Eastern Conference for my money, man. Where do you got the Hawks finishing this season?
For me, man, I have the Hawks finishing being the sixth seed. I have those guys locking in, making the playoffs this year. Just do for a plethora of reasons. I'm not going to dive into all of them. What up, D-Rap? Trey, I feel like he kind of got something improved this year. He didn't get a contract extension. He was kind of talking about that a little bit in the offseason. They brought in Chris Tops, probably the
Yeah,
best center Trey Young has played with in his career.
that's fair.
And Ricochet, the number one overall pick last year, I'm pretty sure he's going to be great. Jalen Johnson going to come back healthy. He was on the path to being an all-star last year. So I'm pretty sure he can kind of bid off the season he had last year. Dyson Dane's going to continue to get better. They got Nikhil Alexander Walker. They got some nice pieces around Trey Young. So I have those guys finishing in the sixth seed, nonetheless.
Okay, I can respect that for sure. I actually have the Atlanta Hawks finishing at the 8th seed. But I think similar to you, I think they're going to be right there. They're going to be in that play-in place, maybe right above it, to your point, at the 6th seed. But I think they'll be able to compete in the Eastern Conference this upcoming season. And I like your mention of Kristaps Porzingis. I think that'll be a great fit. He can kind of space the floor, give that space for Jalen Johnson to move around there in that offensive system. And then you mentioned Ricochet and Dyson Daniels. Those guys have room for ascension, right? Room to grow, to get closer to their potential. And I just like where this team is going. You're going to get a hungry Trey Young. Now, the interesting part is Trey Young not getting that contract extension. If the season doesn't start the right way, does he get involved in trade rumors? You know what I'm saying? So they got to get off to a good start, in my opinion, or they could start looking in different directions, just towards the future, towards the youth. And obviously Trey is going to be a very coveted player across the league if he does become available. But I do think they compete at a high enough level to keep it all together and potentially make it into the postseason in the Eastern Conference, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, we got the Boston Celtics, which is another interesting team, dealing with a very obvious injury going into the season in Jason Tatum. It was an Achilles, so he's probably not coming back this year. Am I right, or is he supposed to?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, because he posted a video like last week of him getting shots up and stuff. So he shouldn't rush it though, but it's a possibility. You never know.
So can Boston stay afloat without Jason Tatum? I guess would be my question to you.
Yeah, I think so. They can be in that play-in tournament range for sure.
I feel that.
So which leads to me, I have the Boston Celtics finishing being the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. They lost a lot of key players this offseason. Drew Holiday. We just talked about Porzingis, Al Horford just signed my Warriors. So in saying that Tatum going to be out, I think this is the opportunity for Jaylen Brown to kind of step into that 1A role and potentially just go out there and go crazy. Almost average close to 30 points, if not 30, because they're going to need it. But they still got some great assets on this team, man. Talk about Derek White, one of the best role players in the league today. Peyton Pritchard has started to come into his own over the past couple of years. Some people kind of forget that. I mean, they did trade Drew Holiday, but they didn't necessarily just trade for nothing. They traded for a young 20-point per game scorer and Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's fit to be, very great and nice to Brown and White for sure. Just a matter of putting it all together. I will say this, they do kind of lack in the front court though. I think they're starting center maybe Cater, but they did sign Chris Boucher. I think is it Luke Garza or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Luka Garza.
Yeah, I don't just expect them to be no threat. to win anything this year, but I'm pretty sure that they could be in the play-in tournament talks for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that as well. I got them coming in as the 7 seed in the East, so right there at the beginning of the play-in tournament. I agree with you. I think Jaylen Brown could step into that 1A role and elevate his game, quite honestly. You add Anthony Simons, who could maybe blossom into something better with a better organization, a better system around him. He could look better next to Jaylen Brown. You mentioned Peyton Pritchard, sixth man of the year last year. He obviously has room to grow. Even if he can just reach what he did last year, that's still going to be great for them. And Derek White is a guy that I agree. I think he can expand his role a bit, and he can do a bit more than what he's done in the past, being a third, fourth, or even fifth option on this team. So I agree with you. I think they're gonna kind of float in the middle of the East throughout the season. They'll kind of keep it afloat. But I don't think they're gonna compete for anything at a high level, to your point. I think it's obvious. It's a credit to Jason Tatum. They need him to do that. So yeah, I like Boston this year, just obviously not as much as you like them with Jason Tatum. Now, I do like some of the young guys they added, man. They added this RJ Lewis guy. I remember watching him at St. John's. Now, he went out of the tournament like a scrub for sure. And so his draft value went down. But my man was balling while he was in school. They picked up Baylor Shireman. That's another floor spacer, similar to like a Sam Hauser, in my opinion. Yeah, no, those are the two guys that I was looking at in the draft as well. So it'll be interesting, man, to see where they can, what is their ceiling with Jaylen Brown as the 1A. It'll be interesting to see what he can do with these guys.
Yeah, D-Rav said they're going to be the 4th seed in the East. That's what he said. So I don't know.
Interesting. I would love to know D-Rav's other 4 seeds because they're not finishing ahead of the Sixers. Who do we got next? We got the Chicago Bulls. How do you feel about the Bulls, man?
Say they all right, man. I ain't got too much time talking about them. So, they got the Josh Giddey thing solved. That's cool. He got his payday. They still got Kobe White. Isn't it crazy that when Nikola Vucevic is still on their team, bro? Like, he has been in trade rooms for the past several plus years, I want to say. Yeah, like, man. Overall, man, I have this team finishing being the 12th seed in the East. Yeah, and I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, no need to discuss.
Fair enough. You give Josh Giddey the extension. Obviously they needed to give some money out. There's a guy that I'm looking at. Is it Bazilis? Am I saying that correct?
Yeah, Bazilis.
Mattis Bazilis. Yeah, I do like his game. He's aggressive. I could see him really stepping up this season for them. And Josh Giddey did find his groove with that roster. Kobe White has looked good with that roster. I actually have them finished in 12 as well, man. And so we're similar in that regard. I think that just speaks to the bottom 3, though, for sure.
You say what, bro?
I think that just speaks to like the consistent bottom 3 of the Eastern Conference that we'll get to at some point.
Yeah.
Which maybe we don't have to discuss them as much, but
there's no need to.
The Chicago Bulls, number 12 seed. They traded away Levine. You got rid of DeMar DeRozan. I'm not really sure where they're going.
I'm pretty sure they don't either. Just that simple.
That's facts. Let's move on, bruh. After the Chicago Bulls, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hey, Cleveland. Okay, the Cavaliers were the number 1 seed last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I had no finish being the 2nd seed. Mitchell, Garland, Mobley. Core is pretty stable. I believe they got the best balance of offense and defense in the East Conference overall. They have shooters, playmakers, scorers, defenders. So, man, obviously last year was I don't know if you would consider it a failure for real, but it just interest got to them at the wrong time, man. Like,
yeah,
you seen what Donovan Mitchell was doing in the 2nd round against the Pacers. He was doing his thing, but Mobley, Garland, And even Allen, he made a few interesting comments about a few years ago about the Bryce being too, the lights being too bright or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see if they can bounce back though. Ken Atkinson, he did a phenomenal job with them in year one, but I think that they can probably, I won't say prove the doubters wrong, but this is their year. If I'm being honest, like the East is wide open, so they have to kind of make the most out of this core four of Garland, Mitchell, and Allen and Mobley. So we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. They did add Lonzo Ball. I like that pickup for them. It gives them more sizes. Being a point guard playmaker. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think if Lonzo Ball can stay healthy, Darius Garland better watch himself in the postseason,
I'm
man.
telling you, bro. I'm
I'm just saying, because Lonzo Ball might just be a better fit next to Spida Mitchell. But we'll see. We'll see how the season plays out. Lonzo Ball
we'll
staying
see, man.
healthy is a big accomplishment. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers finishing number one in the Eastern Conference this season. I think they bring back most of their group from last year. You lose a Ty Jerome, which he kind of shit the bed in the postseason anyways. So it's not that big of a loss to me. They
Hey,
added a guy.
man.
They added a guy that I certainly admire, that I feel that could step up and fulfill that role that Ty
Who was
Jerome.
that?
I'm thinking Tyrese Proctor could probably do that, bro. He can
Hey,
strap up defensively. He can obviously shoot the three ball at a high clip. And he was the point guard for Duke for several years, so he can handle the ball. So I could see him coming off the bench and making an impact as a rookie, just as a role player. He's not going to be anything more than that. I think that's what he is. But nonetheless, I do agree with you on the Lonzo Ball point. I love that addition for them. If he can stay healthy, I think he adds an addition of defense to that backcourt that they just didn't have, the size that they just didn't have last season. And let's be honest, man, Evan Mobley, he has a lot of room to grow, and that's no disrespect to him. He's a great player already. He has a lot of room to grow, especially offensively and consistency. So I'm looking for that from him. But yeah, man, I do agree with you. With the East being wide open, the East being beat up right now the way it is between Indiana and Boston, the two teams that made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Yeah, it's the time for the Cavs to get there, man. But will they? We'll see.
Well, time will tell. We'll see, man.
We'll see.
They on the clock for sure, though.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree because what better is a core around Donovan Mitchell? Like what better can you make it? Like I don't know. We'll see how this season goes. I like them to get the number one seed, but to your point, that's not really solving their issues from last year. Like that's not an accomplishment in reality. That's just kind of taking advantage of a weaker East, but it comes down to the postseason, man. So what would you mark success for them? Like it's not winning a championship, right? Like that would be great, obvious success.
Yeah.
But like, is it Eastern Conference Finals for you? Is it finals?
No, it has to be finals.
Finals. I feel that. I do.
You have to take advantage of this, bro. The Celtics, they're horrible right now. The Pacers are horrible right now. You have to go all the way, bro. You have to.
Yeah.
There's no other way to look at it.
I feel that. I really do. I think NBA final. They don't have to win the finals against a Western Conference opponent, but you should make it out of the East this season. You get a full season of this core to get to play together and continue to build that chemistry. I tend to agree with you, brother. Next is going to be the ascending Detroit Pistons.
Detroit basketball. I have those guys finishing in the fourth seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
Let's see what they was able to do, man. They obviously lost in the first round to the New York Knicks, but for them to make it to the playoffs with Jaden Ivey going down with that season-ending injury, that says a lot because the type of season he was having, man, he was balling. So I expect him to come back next season and when he gets some more games under his belt to pick up where he left off. But now, man, they got a nice young core. He was outstanding last year, showing that leadership and as well just blossoming to that franchise player. Ashur Thompson, he showed tools to be like an elite defender. Still got ways to grow offensively. But no, I just like this young team, man. They have a lot of young assets, and they're just going to continue to grow. They added Duncan Robinson, a veteran shooter. I think Cash LeVert as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, as well as you still got Tobias. So they kind of mixing it up, the veterans with the young players. So yeah, man, I got these guys finishing being the fourth seed, man.
I like it. I like it. I can respect that. I got Detroit finishing sixth, so right outside of the play-in tournament.
Mhm.
And what I wrote down, man, is let's just kind of get used to them being in the postseason picture in the Eastern
Yeah,
Conference. I
I
think it's
think
going to be normal as long as Cade Cunningham is leading that team from this point on. There's going to be players that want to play with Cade Cunningham in the future. And I think we both agree, like he's one of the future top guards in this league. Just such a dynamic player, and yeah, I know they finished as what, the 6th seed last year, so it's not necessarily an improvement, but it's not to say they won't be dangerous in the postseason, man. There's just some other old dogs I have coming back in the East that I have
oh
above them,
no, that's
but
funny, bro.
yeah, no, I like Detroit at 6 out of the play-in tournament, locked in the postseason.
Yeah, this was saying,
Next, let me see here. We've got the Indiana Pacers.
man, this was I wouldn't say tough, but I'm not just high on them. Because Halliburton is going to be out all season. Miles Turner, he left. And we should talk about some of the stuff he's been saying about Indy, but I just don't appreciate it, man. I'm not an Indiana Pacers fan, but some of the shit this man has been saying is just mind boggling to me. Like, but that's another topic for another day. But I have the Pacers finishing being the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference, just right outside the play-in tournament. When you look at this roster, I don't think that they have enough, man, to just reach the postseason. They have Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nemhard, pretty much their whole core from last year. They just lost a lot of key pieces and obviously going to be without their best player in Tyrese Halliburton. So yeah, man, that what drops them down all the way to the 11th seed.
No, I feel that. I feel that. I actually have Indiana finishing as the 9 seed in the East.
Oh, nine.
Um,
Okay, that's you.
it's just what, 2 seeds higher. But in the play-in tournament, nonetheless. I don't know. I think they're a team that has been built off their depth. And I just think in the Eastern Conference that if just maybe one or two of their players step up, an Andrew Nemhard, a
Okay.
Benedict Mathurin step up to reach his potential, possibly. And if those things can happen, I do see them staying afloat. And if they can continue with the identity of that fast-paced basketball, high-scoring basketball, I know it's going to be hard without Tyrese Halliburton. He's the ultimate facilitator, ball mover, playmaker, all of the above. It's going to be hard, but I do trust Rick Carlisle to figure something out. Maybe turn in Pascal Siakam's usage all the way up during the regular season, something. But nonetheless, I do agree with you. They're not going to reach the heights that they reached last season or even the season before that. It's just not possible without Tyrese Halliburton. And to your point, Miles Turner, even with the words he said, he was an important key piece to that roster that they're ultimately going to be missing. So, yeah, I got them finishing lower than last year, but I still think they play in the play-in tournament. I just, you know what it is? It's the culture. I think they have a good culture because they've had guys step in when Halliburton's gone down in the past. It's just, can you do it for a full season? That's what we'll
Yeah.
have to see.
Mhm. Yeah, it's valid.
So next we've got the Miami Heat, South Beach.
The Heatles. Hey man, for me, man, I have the Miami Heat finishing being the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
Bam plus Hero. Obviously, Hero not going to start the season now, but he's still
Right.
there. I love the addition of Norman Powell, another scorer. You basically got him for nothing. So you re-signed Davion. I got Wiggins down there. I'm hoping he have a pretty healthy season. So yeah, man, I think if they can just be in the mix of things, I wouldn't go too far to say contend for a title, but they could be in the mix. So that's why I had them, ultimately making the play-in tournament. So yeah, and then the 7th seed.
7 seeds. So you're a little bit higher on the Miami Heat than I am. I got them finishing at the 10 seed ultimately. I
Okay.
do like the addition of Norm Powell. I don't know. Something's just off with Jimmy leaving. I'm not loving that team. We'll see if Tyler Hero can come back and play at the high level he played at last season. But even with that in mind, they were still in the play-in tournament last season. So it's like, I don't know, maybe Norm Powell can help elevate them and get them, towards the top of the play-in tournament, I guess. But I just have them rounding out the play-in tournament.
They have a lot of depth, though. I will say that.
They do. I'm leaning on top-end talent with my list. So I guess that's why they come in at 10. But I feel you in depth. It's fair.
We'll see what you got to say about them Sixers, though. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
Definitely higher than the Heat. Up next, bro, we've got the Milwaukee Bucks, the Greek Freak.
Okay, the Bucks. Okay.
How we feeling about the Bucks this year? They added Miles Turner, your guy.
That is not my guy. No way. Well, did you see what Isaiah Stewart told my son last year? You should play with Legos or some shit he told. That shit was funny. Shout out Isaiah Stewart, but that was a wild ball.
Isaiah Stewart's a dog.
Yeah, he's funny, but for me, man, this was kind of like hey, I'm disrespecting the Bucks, but I had to be real with myself, like, but I got the Bucks fans being the 9th seed.
Okay.
In the Eastern Conference. Obviously they added Miles Turner. I would consider that I'm gonna say a massive upgrade, but it is an upgrade over Brook Lopez for sure.
Yeah.
More younger, can just do a little bit more than Brook Lopez could. Still got Bobby Portis, you re-signed Gary Trent Jr. But it's just something like that brother Kyle Kuzma, man. Like when he was in Washington, it's so funny that me talk about this often. Like when certain players are in trash organizations, they just look like they the man. But when they come to teams that just trying to win some or have goals to ultimately just do something, it's like they just disappear. Like it's so crazy, bro. I was watching the Bucks practice clip, I think yesterday or today, and Kyle Kuzma was the focal point of the video, but in the background you can just see him shooting mid-range shots. And as he's shooting the shots, bro, they're constantly hitting the front of the rim or like airballing. Like, I don't know what is up with that, bro. Like, to be in practice doing that is crazy. And, but to me, man, like, you know what Giannis going to give you, but it's not enough to compete, bro. Like, you're going to need Kyle Kuzma to elevate his level of play. You got Cole Anthony and Kevin Porter Jr. We'll see what they can do. But who's that second option on this team that's going to give you close to 20 points per night? Can Kyle Kuzma be that guy for my money? He's just not the answer. So that's why I have those guys being as low as a 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, man. With all due respect to Giannis.
That's interesting, but I mean, fair enough. Nonetheless, I have the Bucks finishing at number 5 seed, man.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, I think it's Giannis' revenge tour this season, bro. I think he's gonna be on one. I think there will be a lot of guys filling in. I don't think you need a number 2.
It's gonna have to take more than the Greek Freak. In my humble,
it will. But they got Miles Turner, Gary Trent Jr. picked up his play down the stretch. Now that's your guy. That's your Finals MVP, boy.
Hey,
that's your Finals MVP, boy.
Hey, I'm guilty.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but do not call that guy my guy.
Hey, I did.
He's not my guy.
I didn't say that. Hey, I thought it was a possibility that he could win it. So you ain't lying about that, but. Hey,
I'm just playing. This man did pick him, but it's fine. We've all made bad picks, including myself on this show. But Miles Turner is not my guy, bro.
It's definitely a guy. He should play with Legos, but
but Cole Anthony, you got Kevin Porter Jr. You got a lot of guys that can heat it up on certain nights, but I think Giannis will be that force carrying them. I think Miles Turner can be that consistent, if you want to call him a number 2.
That is funny. That's funny. If you consider like let me just
a number 2, no, I take that back. No, I would probably go with Kyle Kuzma as the number 2.
That's the.
He's got to step up though. To your point, Kyle Kuzma has to step up.
Yeah, he has to elevate his level of play, but we'll see, man, for sure.
Still got Bobby Portis. Is he suspended? Why do I have that in my head that he's suspended?
No, he's not suspended.
He's not. I'm making that up. No, I got them finishing in the top 5, man. I just think Giannis is going to play, obviously, at that MVP level that he has consistently played at. You add guys like Cole Anthony, Miles Turner that can fill in when needed, but it'll be interesting. Can Gary Trent Jr., can Cole Anthony, can Kevin Porter Jr., can those guys contribute consistently? That'll be the big question. If not, they probably will be closer to where you have them. So, up next, brother, we have the Brooklyn Nets.
Man, the Nets rebuild mode, no true franchise centerpiece. I have them at the bottom of the East. You see what I did there? 15 seed in the Eastern Conference. I don't see this team honestly doing much. MPJ's over there, so he's going to get a chance to shoot up all the shots that he wants. Cam Thomas as well. You have two shot chuckers over there. You know, Cam Thomas and MPJ. Then you still got Claxton and a bunch of young guys. So
yeah,
I don't honestly see. Oh, also keep in mind, like for the Rears out there, like my list from 12 to 15 is honestly interchangeable. So
I agree.
Any of those guys can be the 15 seed. It's not like I'm just handpicking the Nets. I just have them being there. So
yeah. No, I feel that. I actually have them at the 14 seed, but to your point, it's the same thing for me. I would say 12 through 15 interchangeable. They can go whatever order y'all want. They added Terrence Mann to the roster. Interesting.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, he was happy about that too because I think he's from that area. I had.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it. He had posted a tweet on his page.
I am interested to see what is it Igor Dimon. I did watch him. I think it was in Euroball.
You watched him, huh?
Maybe it was in Summer League. It was in Summer League maybe, and I thought he looked pretty interesting. 6'8" guard.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's an intriguing player, but
I
don't know how much Nets b-ball I'm going to be watching this season, if I'm being honest, brother.
I will say this, though. They do have some good commentators. I give them that compliment, though.
They do. That's a good compliment. There's some good commentators. They picked up Haywood Highsmith as well, which was a player I wanted the Sixers to look at. But
the Miami Heat fans was going in on that dude when they
traded.
I don't know, bro. They was like, it's finally like I was like,
they wanted him off the squad.
Yeah, I thought that Miami is known for getting guys out the mud, but they wanted the guy off the team. So
interesting. Damn, what did Haywood Highsmith do to them? I thought he was solid for it, but nonetheless, Brooklyn Nets number 14 for me, number 15 for you. The next team is actually fairly interesting in the East, the Orlando Magic, man. Where do you got them finishing?
Orlando, hey, man, I'm pretty high on them. How those guys finishing being the third seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm pretty sure Paulo and Franz are both going to be all-star this year. Me talk about this a plethora of times, like in the playoffs. The past couple of years, their defense is there. It's just offensively just trying to figure it out. And what did they go out there and do in the offseason? They went out there and got a guy that can get you 20 points per game in Desmond Bain. So he's going to definitely help in that department of helping those guys. Just when they can't get a bucket offensively, get a ball to him, he can definitely do that for you. Jalen Suggs going to come back healthy. They have a ton of length and size over there. They got a damn good head coach in Jamal Mosley. So, man, I have these guys finishing being the third seed. I feel like it's their time. Well, it better be that time because to go out there and trade those assets that you did to get Desmond Bain, I don't think that's like a win-now type of a move. So you just got to make the most out of it.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you. I have Orlando actually finishing third in the East as well. Paulo and Franz, I think they just continue to ascend, specifically Paulo, my Duke guy. Franz is really good too, though. I'm not shitting on him. Paulo is just my guy. But yeah, Paulo showed moments in the playoffs against Boston that he can be that go-to number 1A superstar type of player. He just him and Franz really needed some help offensively in that series, which they just did not get from KCP. We don't need to go back down that rabbit hole, but I think Desmond Bain is going to be a much, much better fit. Right. And I think for him, right, I think one of the concerns with Desmond Bain, the short arms, lack of length, maybe his defensive purposes, which I know he can still defend his own, but it's going to look even better when he's got all this length behind him with the Orlando Magic. And that's the thing, man. You look down their roster, they've got so much length when it comes to guards and forwards. You talk about Anthony Black, the Tristan Da Silva that came out last year, Jonathan Isaac, right? But the other addition that I really like to this roster is Tyus Jones, man, because he adds that other element of offensive precision, like playmaking, floor spacing. And I think he's a guy that will come off the bench, obviously, but is another guy that you have defensive concerns that can be hidden by this roster that they have behind him. So, I'm with you. I like the Orlando Magic this year. And to be quite honest, when the Sixers are down and out, I root for the Orlando Magic, if I'm being completely honest.
So, man.
They're a fun young team to root for, quite honestly.
Yeah, they're a very fun team. But Sixers fans, you heard it here first. Scotty, he roots for the Magic when you guys are trash. So.
You can't get mad at me for that. Apollo's my guy. He's my guy, bro.
But is he really your guy, though? No,
he is my guy. Hey, he is my guy. He's my guy.
He's one of my favorite young players in the league. But I'm not going to lie to you. He's 6'10", he can do it all, bro. He's like a point guard, you know.
He's got a good head on his shoulders too, man. So we'll see where Orlando goes.
I think it was like a year or two ago. He was in the interview, bro. He just like started crying, bro. And a lot of people didn't understand, but it's just like his love for the game. Like as a fan, you can tell that guy cares about the game of basketball. It's not about the money. He genuinely cares. So yeah.
No, I feel that. I feel that. It's interesting, but no. Do you think Orlando can win the East this year? Like, is it too soon, or how do you feel about that?
Ask me that question again, like at the end of the year, and I'll give you the answer because I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Yeah.
You mean like the end of this like actual year, or do you?
Yeah, like the end of December. Like, hey.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was like, if I ask you at the end of the season, I mean, we'll already know.
You trying to be funny? Okay, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You know, you got to crack a joke here and there.
Yeah, next up the
your favorite team, the Washington Wizards, bro.
Washington Wizards.
Man, they got some of the best vets on the team right now. CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton.
Some of the best.
Yeah, man, this is a youth focused development team. SAR down there. They got is it Trey Johnson?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Is it AJ Johnson still down there?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, who is they got George? Is it Keyshawn George?
Yeah, I guess he is Keyshawn. It's spelled like Keyshawn, but yeah, it's
Keyshawn. They got Kalabali. Is that how you say his name? Kalabali?
Yeah, the French guard.
Yeah, Bob Carrington, is it? Bob Carrington, yeah. So you pretty much get the picture. They got a bunch of young guys. There. They still got Corey Crispert.
They picked up Malachi Branham from the Spurs.
Oh yeah, so I don't expect much from this team. So I have no guys finish being the 14th seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm pretty sure Chris Middleton is definitely a guy that's going to get bought out at some point during this NBA season because he can still provide a lot for a team that's trying to get, over that hump where they be starting or coming off the bench. Now, on the other hand, CJ McCollum, hey, it's a reason that he got moved there, and I'm glad about it. So, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I have those guys finishing in the 14th seed, so yeah.
I feel that. I actually have them finishing as the 15 seed, so we're not too far off.
Even better.
I agree with everything you said. I think Chris Middleton gets bought out or moved in some fashion. CJ McCollum, same thing. I just don't know if there will be any takers. Corey Kispert, that guy he's a prime trade candidate. There's going to be teams that want his services that are going to be competing at a high level, I believe. Trey Johnson, it's interesting, man. The opportunity that he's going to get with this team. Can he win Rookie of the Year? It'll be tough. There's a lot of competition, obviously, but he is one of my. I don't know if he can even be called a sleeper because he's such a scoring machine, man. He's gonna put up buckets in his rookie season. It's just a matter of who is watching the Wizards this year.
That's what it's about, man.
But I do like his game. And then Koulibaly, you mentioned him. He's also a nice, sturdy young player. They got a lot of young talent. They got a lot of promise. It's just not right now. So Yeah, I went with them at number 15, my brother.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
What do we got next? The Toronto Raptors.
The six.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
How the Toronto Raptors finished being the 10th seed to have them make the playing tournament this year. I love the additions that they made. They extended Brandon Ingram, so that's what's up. So you got Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, dangerous new look wing duo. Could rise if they gel fast. You still got RJ over there, Emmanuel quickly. Yaga Poto. My only thing and concern with the Raptors, I'm not even a fan, but I want to understand why do they have all this money on their payroll, bro? Like they have a lot of guys that's making like top dollars in the league, bro.
Yeah.
Like Emmanuel quickly is making like roughly over 30 million a year. Why? I have no idea. So,
Why Grimes thinks he can get 30 million. You know
it's
what I'm
valid.
saying? Like,
It's valid. Like
yeah.
you see, guy, you know you better than this guy.
Yeah.
And you see him getting paid this much money.
Yeah.
So yeah, but overall, I had those guys finish in the 10th seed. I think that they could make a little run, be in the playing term. Not too crazy though. It should be fun.
Okay. Yeah, we're around the same spot. I got them finishing as the 11th seed. I think like when you look at Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, it's like it should be in the playoffs in the East, right?
Yeah.
But that fit is just not right to me, bro.
You don't think so?
Like, which one of them is like the floor spacer?
Ingram.
What's I would have to look
Ingram,
at the
he's
numbers.
showing he can play off the ball.
He can shoot the three, but like a knockdown shooter. I'm trying to
He
find
was
his
shooting close to
numbers.
40% like a season or two ago, for sure. It wasn't that long ago. He was shooting like close to 40, for sure.
I
He
need to
was he
see
was
that.
hefty that year too. So
Where is Brandon Ingram? Why are they making him hard to find? He was not on. Okay, here we go. So to your point, what 3 seasons ago, 39% from the 3-point line, 35%, 37%, overall
yeah, close to
36% 3-point shooter. It's just not prolific. Like I feel like you need like a prolific shooter in one of those three. Otherwise, it's just clunky, man. Like I don't know. But
okay.
maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he can space the floor enough for like a guy like Scotty Barnes to be able to operate in there.
Yeah, that's
And a guy
fair.
like RJ to operate. Because I feel like these guys operate in similar areas of the court, I guess is what I'm worried about,
It's
the overlap.
it's like give or take because RJ had a season with the Knicks where he shot nearly 40% from 3-point range. Scotty Barnes just a free season ago shot like 40%. What happened? I don't know.
Okay, put it this way.
So
If the game is on the line, do you want one of those guys shooting a three for you?
not a three. Ingram can get to the middle though. I say that.
Ingram is the most qualified scorer on the team. I do agree. Like I think he is the most well-rounded player on the team in a sense. Scotty Barnes is fair. Like I get you. Like he did shoot the ball well. What a season ago. Last year he struggled. He's just not like natural, is what I'm trying to say. Like RJ Barrett, like they're not pure shooters. RJ Barrett is a guy that has been inconsistent from three since his time at Duke, and his shot has just looked clunky at times, yo. It's not to say that they haven't rounded out their talent. I'm not sure about that fit, to say the least. Emmanuel quickly, we'll see if he can help them space the floor. I do like Grady Dick off the bench. I think he'll obviously help space the floor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Grady Dick, my Kansas guy.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, bro, we'll see. They could easily break it up. I think RJ would be the one on the move though, because it wouldn't make
So,
sense to move Scotty or Ingram, honestly. So you could probably look to. It's
I
crazy that
agree.
may sound because RJ is from Toronto. You know, he's a hometown kid, but it depends on what route you're trying to go. Me myself personally, it don't make sense to have all that money on your payroll if you're not contending for a title for real. Like they just
I feel
gave
it.
Jakob a max
Yeah,
contract extension this
ridiculous.
past offseason. It's just ridiculous, bro. He's just giving away money.
Nah, I feel you. It'll be interesting, man. Like we just discussed with that talent, I guess you could say, between those three players alone, they should get into the play-in tournament.
At least to play in. At least
Like,
just get in there.
so yeah, just get in there. Like Slim said.
D-Rap found that to be funny, huh?
Shout out to D-Rap, still with us in the comments here on this
Shout out
fine
to
Friday
MVP,
night.
man. Much love. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Next up, brother. Charlotte. How you feeling? Charlotte basketball.
Man, this is interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's the rookie name that they drafted? Is it Colin Newton?
Con Knuppel, my guy?
Yeah. My bad, bro. Con Knuppel, your guy. LaMelo, Brandon Miller, they still got RTB, MB, Miles Bridges. You know, they can show a little flash, but they ain't there yet to compete. I don't even know the vets they have on the team outside of Miles.
They picked up Colin Sexton.
Oh yeah, they did pick up. Oh yeah, that's the thing, bro. They have too many guards over there, bro. They have Melo, Trey Mann, Spencer Dinwiddie, or Dinshitty, but not Dinwiddie. Shit, they got a lot of guards over there.
They drafted 3 guards too.
Yeah, and then they had the wave Nick Smith Jr. They had a lot of guards over there. So overall, I don't have to spend too much time talking about this team, bro. I have those guys finishing in the 13th. Like I said, 12 through 15 is interchangeable. This is nothing to even discuss. Leave it at that. If Brandon Miller have a good season, shout out to him. If LaMelo keep it up, they may trade him because it's not leading to anything. This is his 6th season, I think.
Yeah.
So at what point is just going to keep him on the team and it ain't translating to getting better?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I feel everything you said. I did just want to go through the guards that they have really quick for you, just to make your point, brother. LaMelo Ball, Pat Connaughton, Spencer Dinwiddie, Josh Green. They drafted Sion James.
Forgot about Josh Green.
They drafted Con Knuppel. They have Trey Mann. They drafted Liam McNeely. They got Antonio Reeves, Colin Sexton, and KJ Simpson. So a ton of guards.
Bro, tell me half of their roster consists of guards. That is
basically, bro.
That is insane, man.
I will just say I'm with you on Brandon Miller. I think he takes another step this season. I don't know what that means for them. Ultimately, I have them finishing 13th as well, brother. So we are exactly the same right there. We have the same bottom 12 through 15 to your point, so they are interchangeable.
Yeah, they're interchangeable. Yeah, but that's about it, man. We can just about get to the Who You Got segment and wrap this show up, bro. You know, get up out of here, man. So,
damn, you want to skip the best team? That's disrespectful, bro. You want to skip the best team in the East?
The best team. Hold up now, player. Hold up.
Damn. I already gave you my number 1 seed, bro. You know,
Cowboy. Hold up.
Just playing.
Yeah, don't get too ahead of yourself now.
The 76ers, bro. Like, come on. We can't skip them. You say the best for last. Ain't that funny how it worked out, though? It's because they're 0-1.
That is crazy you say that. Like, literally, ESPN has them last, but nah, man, them Sixers, man, the Philadelphia 76ers, Embiid, Paul George, playoff P, the man with the plan, making $50 million a year. Tyrese Maxey, man, trio can contend if they stay healthy. Quentin Grimes, Gasol, Eric Gordon still on the team. Shaking my head, Kyle Lowry still over there. Got my guy Trent Wofford over there. I like
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon 2025 as well. Still got Drummond, solid role player, know his role. He want to be featured a little bit more in the offense, I heard. You still got Bona. What's that other rookie y'all drafted? Is it it's the center? It's last time I saw with the B.
Oh, Janai Broom from Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I have the Sixers finishing in the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. Top 5 team in the East.
Okay.
They can stay healthy, though. That's what it's going to depend on now. They have to stay healthy, bro, to be a top 5 team in the East. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes, but that's why I got those guys.
No, I respect that. I appreciate that, Slim. You surprised me. I thought you were going to have them lower, but...
Well, honestly, not to cut you off, it was really... they was this close to being a 20th seed in the Eastern Conference, man. Like, oh, bullshit. Bro,
20.
they
Damn.
were close to making
You
history.
added
Nah,
teams to the Eastern Conference. Damn, ahead of them.
I'm just fucking with you, though, bro. I
Some
got them.
collegiate teams, I guess, made it in there.
Need some goddamn it.
Nah, they come in. They come in at number 4. For me, bruh. Top 4 team in the East. To your point, it all relies on Embiid specifically. Even if Paul George stays healthy all year, Max stays healthy all year. If Embiid isn't healthy, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And I say it doesn't matter in regards to competing for a championship, being in that upper echelon of the Eastern Conference. Ultimately, I feel some like good luck this year. I'm like trying to push out the bad vibes with the Sixers, trying to push out the bad juju. We had the McCain injury early, so it's like it feels like the curse might still be there. But I'm just hoping for some good graces this year, as last season was miserable. I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting at. It can't get worse than last year.
That's fair.
It can't, because my man Maxey only played about half of the games last year, and my man doesn't miss time like that. So usually in past seasons, I've at least had Maxey there to keep my hopes afloat. Even last year, that faded away. Jared McCain was taken away very early. But to your point, we got Grimes settled, at least for this season. It's going to be a prove-it season for him for his next contract. So even if he's not happy with that one-year contract, he still has to go out and play to earn that next one. So that's all in a good situation. Paul George, he's talked a lot this offseason about how he feels like last season he did not prove what he is supposed to be for this team. He also said that was a low in his career, obviously. And I do expect him to step up. But one thing I am super excited about is VJ Edgecombe and the impact that he can make year one. I liked what I saw the other day. He didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but he's an explosive athlete, bro. And that's just something like we have not had throughout the time with Embiid. Like we have never had like an athletic lob threat type of team, and now we have guys like him, guys like Adembona. So I'm excited for this season. I think we got a good mixture of youth and a good mixture of star power. Just got to stay healthy, man. But the talent's there.
The talent's definitely there. Yeah.
Nick Nurse, man, it's a prove-it year for Nick Nurse too. I think people were like Sixers fans were out on him as a coach last year. I mean, they were out on everyone. It's a bounce back year for everybody in the Sixers organization ultimately, and I think they do it. I think they bounce back.
Yeah, I see you pretty much just took over the whole segment with that one. It was a heartfelt message. I appreciate it as an NBA fan. We gotta give yourself a pat on the back. You are one of the rare positive Sixers fans in the world today. I mean, the way you just presented that speech, it came from the heart. So for that, man, you deserve a pat on the back. I applaud you for that.
I appreciate that.
But nonetheless, bro, I was thinking when you was talking, bro, you brought up VJ because I had seen a clip. He almost caught a body the other day.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson.
He can't jump out the fucking roof, bro. I gotta get it to him. He has hops to be 6'4", and you had brought up something about can he play the three? Can he be like a wing in the NBA?
Yeah,
despite him only being 6'4". But man, Fick used that athleticism to the best visibility, man. He can lock up for sure.
I agree, man. It's all about getting that shot consistent. If he can get that outside,
that's the thing, because I seen him shoot the ball and it was like a high arcing jumper.
Yeah,
he jumped so high shooting it. So it's like Grimes because he jumped pretty. Yeah, he jumped to shoot, elevate.
So, no lie, bro. And I'm not comparing the two because VJ's got to prove himself all the way. Like, I don't even think he's as highly touted as this guy was coming out of college. But just the way he looked shooting the pull-up three, he had a defender hand in the face the other day when they were playing the Knicks in Abu Dhabi. And he knocked it down. It was one of the few shots that he did knock down in the game. But it just looks so fluid. It's so natural. And honestly, bro, it reminded me so much of Anthony Edwards. Obviously, he's not built like Anthony Edwards, but that shot, like you mentioned, like the jump, like the
elevating
jump shot, the elevation, able to elevate over the defender and it was just so smooth, bruh. So I have very high hopes for him, but it really, I didn't talk about Maxey, and I'm not going to go on too much more, man. I don't want to take up your Friday, Slim. But Maxey is another guy that I'm super excited for. I think he's going to bounce back this year. Bounce back. Get back to all-star level. I do think that as well.
So? Yeah, he
Yeah,
should
I
have a
think he's
bounce back.
mature.
His shooting numbers were pretty down, but
Yeah.
he just had to kind of get adjusted to being like the number one option. It's different, bro. Like your role go in your case, you have three options on the team.
Yeah.
He kind of like, well, not third, but like a 1-2 back and forth type thing.
Yeah.
So we just got to kind of get adjusted to being like the number one guy on the opposing team scouting report. Like, man, we got to lock in on Maxey. So, but no, man, I feel you on all those points. And shout out D-Rap, man. Like he said he liked the additions in the room. I said, yeah, man, I had to add a few pitchers back there. I got Javonte Davis, Paige Buckner back there, Kevin Garnett, Ja. So, yeah, just kind of mixing up a little bit.
I like it, brother. I like it. Yeah, appreciate you, D-Rav, shouting out the additions, really paying attention to the details. We appreciate that type of dedication, brother. Let's get them out of here with the Who You Got segment, Slim.
Sure, man. So obviously, the weekly who we got segment. So, yesterday we basically did it, with the Western Conference teams, and basically the same thing. Who do you have making like the biggest leap this season? 1 through 15. So who do you have making the biggest leap from last season in the East Conference?
I think technically it's the Philadelphia 76ers, but I'm not going to go into that spiel again. So I'm going to go with Orlando Magic, them jumping up from the play-in tournament last year. Were they the 6th seed or were they in the play-in tournament? I'm not remembering.
They played Boston in the first round, so I don't think, no, they couldn't have been. No.
They played Boston. They had to be the 7th seed, right?
Yeah, no, they probably were. You're right, yeah.
Did they beat was it the Hawks in the first play?
Yeah,
they had to win the first play-in game.
That. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so they would be jumping up 4 seeds for the 7 seed to the 3 seed. That has to be my highest jump, but I just think they're the obvious team that added the right pieces in the offseason to complement their weaknesses or their flaws from the previous. And I thought you said it great earlier when you were talking about them. Against Boston, they showed signs, but they just did not have enough in the postseason. This year, I think they're going to be on a mission in the regular season to prove themselves against the Eastern Conference. I definitely think they end up as a top 4 seed, at least with the talent that they have, barring injury, of course. And I think, they were on that track last year. It was just that you had Paolo go down at one point. And then right after, I think it might have been in reverse. Maybe it was Franz went down first and then Paulo. But they went down in consecutive timelines.
Yeah, it was
where
Suggs too.
Suggs was gone for the season. Yeah, so you get him back. You add the talent that they've added. I like Orlando to rise in the East. Who you got?
It is valid. Who I got? I have the Orlando Magic. So hey, you pretty much said it for all the right reasons. I love the addition of Desmond Bane. I'm pretty sure he's going to flourish into that role. A simple role, to your point, even not offensively, defensively as well. Like they have the foundation set there. They have the guys' height, length. So he just got to buy in and lock into his role, which I'm pretty sure he'll have no problem doing.
Yeah.
And a quick question though. He played with Ja, right?
Yeah.
Now he's playing with Paulo. Do you think that he will get more open looks playing with Paulo opposed to him playing with Ja? Or how do you kind of view that?
It's a great question. I think so. I'm not trying to undermine Ja's impact, though, because you do have to account for him driving in the lane. Like, that man gets in the lane, and he's obviously athletic as hell and can finish. Paulo, though, I think he is like a different level of scorer. I think he is a guy that once you get to the postseason, he's getting automatic double teams, like for sure. Certain spots on the floor, especially in that mid-range area, he's getting double teamed. So I think Desmond Bane will probably get more wide open looks when you throw Franz into the mix as well. It'll be interesting to see what their starting lineup looks like. It feels obvious to go with like Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paulo, Wendell.
Wendell, yeah.
It feels obvious to go with that, but do they go with like more of a point guard? I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Like, nah, Bane and Suggs have to start. Like, they have to
You pay
start.
them too much money to come off the bench.
They have to start.
Yeah,
and they're too good to not start. But I guess I was just thinking of more like floor spacing ultimately. But
it'll work out though.
Jalen Suggs can shoot it good enough.
Yeah, respectable.
Yeah, so Orlando. Wow, we agreed on that one. What a surprise!
Surprise! That's interesting.
Not really. Orlando is that team this year. They're that young ascending team that, like I said, added the right pieces. But you got anything else before we get out of here, man?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yeah, man, the NBA season is just around the corner. Your team already had their preseason game this week.
Yeah,
my team
play the Knicks again tomorrow.
Yeah, my team going to have one on Sunday, so that's kind of fun. Back in that mode, man, and the season
Yes, sir.
around the corner, like I said. So we'll be hitting you guys up with weekly content moving forward, and that's all I got to say. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. Shout out D-Rap, Lawyer Fam, much love, appreciate it. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me.
Yes, sir. Giveaway coming soon, guys, as the regular season approaches. So tap in, hit the subscribe button. Next week, we'll be coming back with player award predictions. So I think that will be really fun. All right, Slim. Let's get out of here, bro.
Let's get
Peace,
it, man.
everybody.
Peace.